Have you ever wondered why your lonely neighbor has a house full of possessions? It's a question that might have crossed your mind once or twice, but have you ever really stopped to consider the intriguing connection between loneliness and accumulation of possessions? It's a common sight, isn't it? People filling the empty spaces in their lives with material possessions. It's like they're seeking comfort in the inanimate, surrounding themselves with things in an attempt to fill a void left by the absence of human connection. This topic is more than just an interesting observation. It's a phenomenon that is deeply relevant to each and every one of us. Why? Because it's about human nature. It's about our inherent need for companionship and how we cope when that need isn't met. It's about understanding ourselves and the world around us in a deeper, more meaningful way. So, let's dive deeper into the mysteries of loneliness and possessions. Loneliness, it's more than just an emotion. It's a state of mind that can greatly impact our behaviors. Delving into the realm of neuroscience, studies show that chronic loneliness can cause changes in our brain, particularly in areas related to social cognition and emotional responses. This can result in heightened sensitivity to social threats and an increased desire for social connection. But what happens when these social connections aren't readily available? Research reveals an intriguing connection between loneliness and materialism. In the absence of social interactions, people may seek comfort in material possessions, forming emotional attachments to objects that serve as a substitute for human connection. A study from the University of Amsterdam, for instance, found that lonely people are more likely to treat their possessions as extensions of themselves, assigning them personal value and emotional significance. Next, we will explore how possessions become a replacement for social connections. When loneliness creeps in, we seek solace, and often it's our possessions that provide that comfort. In our solitary moments, we may find ourselves drawn to the physical items that surround us. It's a fascinating psychological phenomenon, the ways in which we form attachments to our belongings when we're feeling alone. This is not just about hoarding or collecting for the sake of having more. It's about seeking a sense of control, a semblance of security. When human connections are sparse or absent, we might turn to our belongings for stability. These possessions, after all, are predictable, reliable. They won't leave us, they won't disappoint us. They're always there, just as we left them. In a world where we crave connections, yet often find ourselves feeling isolated, possessions can offer a form of material companionship. This is the concept where inanimate objects serve as substitutes for human interaction. Your favorite book, for instance, might not be able to hold a conversation, but it can transport you to different worlds, make you feel less alone. Your cherished childhood teddy bear might not be able to hug you back, but its familiar touch can provide comfort on a lonely night. The psychology of possessions as replacements is complex and intriguing. It's a coping mechanism, a way to fill the void left by loneliness. So, is it all doom and gloom? Or can understanding this help us? Let's delve deeper into this in our next segment. Understanding the why behind our behaviors is the first step towards change. Diving into the depths of our psyche, we find that loneliness and possessions often share a complex relationship. This understanding is crucial, not just for our personal enlightenment, but also for our growth. It helps us to recognize the patterns and triggers that lead us to seek solace in material things, allowing us to address the root cause rather than the symptoms. Overcoming this issue is not about discarding possessions, but about redefining our relationship with them. It's about realizing that material objects can bring temporary happiness, but they cannot fill the void left by genuine human connection. In this journey of self-discovery and change, it is okay to seek professional help. Therapists and counselors can provide valuable insights and strategies to navigate through this maze of emotions. They can help us understand ourselves better and guide us towards healthier coping mechanisms. Joining community groups or clubs can also be a beneficial step. Engaging in shared interests and activities can foster a sense of belonging, helping to alleviate feelings of loneliness. Focusing on personal development, such as picking up a new skill or hobby, can also provide us with a sense of accomplishment and purpose, further reducing our dependence on possessions for comfort. Remember, possessions are just things, and they can never replace genuine human connections. Our ultimate goal should be to cultivate rich, meaningful relationships and to find fulfillment in our own personal growth and experiences.